All right. Welcome to On the Sideline. I'm your host, Jeff Holden. Today we got a full crew. It's been so long. We're excited to be back. We got Big O.
I'm happy to be here today.
Coach Evan Hearn.
Been a long time.
Coach Jay Gould.
That's LeVar Ball, by the way.
Yeah.
LeVar Ball, whoever it is.
Starts tomorrow.
And me again, your host, Jeff Holden. Hey, man, it's been so long, guys. I've missed you guys. It's been, I don't know, at least 3-4 weeks.
For sure.
So we're back, episode 23. We got a lot to cover, so we're going to go right into it. We kind of broke it up into 4 divisions, and we're just going to go straight to my man O, and he's going to go over the football district champs and just review some of the districts for football.
So, of course, we know football season. First and foremost, this has been a really good football season, I believe, for the area that we've covered. I'm excited about it. I hope that what we're doing brings a little more excitement. I also hope that it just motivates the boys to, put forth their best effort. Of course, it's a list. Of course, that's what we call it, but it's also something that I think coaches pay attention to. You want to find ways to get your teams on there. You want to find ways to get your players on there ranked because any exposure is good exposure. So we'll start of course, with Wichita Christian. I've noticed multiple times being on Facebook, stalking pages and different things. I've seen a lot of parents talk about how they feel like Wichita Christian is not getting the credit that they deserve. And I just want to make sure that they understand here on the sideline, we love what Wichita Christian has going on. Coach Nolan is doing a great job with them guys out there, and the boys are playing extremely hard right now. And we were just talking before the show started. There's a great chance that Wichita Christian can be there when it's all said and done. So Wichita Christian won their district. Then we're going to move to 1A District 6, which came down to and we'll talk about this, and then we'll kind of stop, and then we'll talk about kind of what's going on with that district. But we'll talk about that at the end. So Knox City got first, and then Newcastle ended up with second place, and Parentwood ended up in third. And we'll talk about that a little further.
Tell them about how many teams make the playoffs.
Only 2 teams make the playoffs in 6-man football, which is tough, especially when you have a district like Newcastle, Knox City, Parentwood, and Bryson. Even Bryson's in that district. That's a tough district. And honestly, you could probably take those teams out of that district and then go be district champs. So shout out to that district for fighting hard. Each week we were all trying to figure out who to pick for our pick'ems, and it was just hard because, and I'm giving him a little credit on air. Jay last week, he picked Bryson to win that last game, and he was the champ. He got that one, He's been doing good in that area with picking.
I pick when it matters.
Yeah, but I wanted
the ones that matter.
Hey, we ain't feeling that.
All right, so 1A, we'll go to 1A Division 2. 1A Division 1 District 10. Last week was basically the battle for the district title. It came down to Union Hill and St. Joe. St. Joe's in our coverage area. Of course, we wanted St. Joe to come out on top. They've been playing some amazing football this year. Honestly, when we started the season, I don't think anybody picked St. Joe to be the district, having a chance to win district. But it came down. They fought a hard-fought game against Union Hill. They lost that game. So St. Joe ended up second in that district. So they are in the playoffs. We're expecting great things out of St. Joe in the playoffs. So good luck to St. Joe in the playoffs.
Real quick on St. Joe, man, that quarterback. They have, so offensively, they have the quarterback. Can't remember his name.
Yealy?
No, Yealy is the all-back. I call him the all-back. He does everything. And then they got twin brothers, number 1 and number 2, that do everything as well. So St. Joe really is special. They have that quarterback that I like to compare to the Grayson Rigdon. The Grayson Rigdon is drop back. If you're in trouble offensively, drop back, send some guys to spread the field, and then let that quarterback just create magic. And that's what that quarterback can do. I'm going to find his name before the end of the show, but he's special. You got number 9. You got Lee Yealy, who came out of Yelly.
Devin Stewart.
Devin Stewart, the quarterback for St. Joe, is a beast. Okay, he can come back. He drops back, and he can just read the whole defense. He can run it for the 50-yard touchdown if that's what they need. They got Lee Yelly, who can do just about everything out of the backfield. And number 1 and number 2, twin brothers, who I talked to coaches when I was there. They said they can't even tell them apart. That's how twin they are. And those guys can do everything. So they got at least 4 guys offensively that can do anything. They got a guy that plugs up the middle on the defensive line that can do a lot. I expect a huge, long run for St. Joe Panthers.
Yeah, for sure. And one thing I also want to talk about is St. Joe's coach is, man, he coaches six-man football, but his energy that he brings to the table.
Call him the firecracker,
man. He is firecracker is a good name for him. That might be his nickname because he's on fire. He's pumping those kids. They're motivated. So again, like Jeff said, we're excited. We're looking forward to seeing what St. Joe does in the playoffs. So we're gonna keep it moving. We got 1A Division 2, District 10, and of course the district champ goes to.
Okay.
He's our healer.
Hey.
Coach Hiller and the Goldberg Bears. We're excited about.
They won district?
Yeah, they won their district.
Tore it up.
So how it started out for Goldberg, they scheduled some tough opponents to start the season off. I believe they faced a lot of the good teams, the Perrinwich, the St. Joe's. They scheduled all those, the Newcastles, all those teams, but it did what it needed to be done. It had them ready to go when it matters most, and that's district. So they're the district champs in that district, so we're proud of Goldberg. Forestburg was close. They played last week to have an opportunity to get in. They didn't get it in this year, but Forestburg, they closed the season out good. So the next, we're going to move to...
So who got in, real quick, who got in after Goldberg? Finnerdale?
Finnerdale got in.
Okay. So they're the team that
Is
beat...
it Finnerdale or
Forestburg.
Fannadale? Because I was saying Fannadale.
Finnerdale.
And it may be the panhandle in my countryside.
The deal...
Your country, Evan?
West Texas, baby.
You can hear it in his voice, that twang.
I tell you, it's like
That twang.
he's the on the sidelines version of Randy Moss, baby.
Yes, he is. Man, that might be... That's a good comparison right there, man. Right there. All right, so next, moving on, we got 1A Division 2, District 7. Benjamin, they won the district, and Crow finished second. Crow came in hot at the end. Crow started off slow, and they got it going when it mattered most. So congratulations to both those teams. We have in 1A Division 2, District 9, Strawn and Dan Woodson. The Woodson Cowboys got in the... They were able to make it in, so we're excited about Woodson getting in the playoffs as well.
Woodson Cowboys.
So let's moving on to 2A. So we got 2A District Division 2, District 5. It's Wellington finished first. Wheeler finished 2. 3 was Shamrock, and then sneaking in into the playoffs. And it's not about how you get in. As long as you get in, it's Quanah. And Quanah's the team that's in our area,
Indians, baby.
So we're excited that Quanah was able to get in the playoffs. Good luck to you guys. Keep
They
fighting.
play Winthorst first round, right?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Hey.
I don't think they want to know.
Oh yeah,
You're-
we'll get
you're
on that. Sorry about.
foreshadowing.
I don't
Sorry
think
about
they
that.
wanted to know that.
Yeah. So 2A Division 2 District 8.
Stay in your lane.
So the guys that won district, I think a lot of people came into it. Not us, of course. We believed in them. But just across the state, thought Monster was going to finish second in that district. But Monster, I'm proud of you guys. Y'all finished first. Collinsville finished second in that district. And then rounding out that district, you had in third. Let me pull up my notes. Finishing in third was Lindsay, which is close by. This possible team that we might put in our coverage area next year. And then Era finished fourth. But also, too, something that, since today's Monday, we want to congratulate Monster. They're the number 1 team in Division 1 in the state of Texas right now. So congratulations to the Monster on moving up in the rankings.
Real quick on Monster. They really challenged themselves. They challenged themselves in a pre-district schedule, going against. They played Holiday at home, played City View, scrimmage City View. So they really challenged themselves, and I don't think they started off too hot, but they finished strong.
No, they played Holiday really well.
Yeah.
That was a game you went to, right?
Yeah, I did, and that was the first time I think I've ever seen Munster play. And then we had Coach Carney on the show. Awesome interview. His son is a beast. That number 8 kid. Again, I'm terrible with names.
I think his last name was Hess. Right?
Yes, that's his last name, Hess. Yes, sir. Number 8.
Garrett Hess.
Garrett
Hess.
Hey, come on.
With that catch, man. I got it on video, man. They played really well.
Real quick, I forgot about this, Jeff. If you don't bring us some sausage from Munster tomorrow, we're gonna have some problems. Don't you go to you go to Munster tomorrow?
You got it. Fisher Supermarket. Fisher Supermarket.
So where do I go?
Hey, you better find out.
Yeah,
Ask Coach Carney.
You find out by tomorrow. You be there early.
Wait.
You get off a little bit earlier. You go a little bit earlier.
Jeff's like,
I'm catching a ride.
Hey, when you come back, sausage, but it'll be in our refrigerator
and cheese.
and cheese.
All right,
We're
so
gonna feast like kings.
Yeah, and what was that? There was another place they told us that we needed to eat at when we went to Monster. So maybe you need to go a little early. Find it out. We'll look back at our
make a
notes.
post and see where.
We're gonna start our review channel.
All right, so next we have 2A Division 2, District 6. And I will say that this district, at the beginning of the year, we didn't know how competitive it was going to be. We knew it was going to be a good district, but this district turned out to be a very, very competitive district. Before I give out, how the district shaped up, starting out in the district, Electra started out hot. They were undefeated. I think coming into the season, nobody expected Electra to be playing like that. I'm excited that they played football like that. But I'm going to give it to you guys how it shaped up. Windthorst, like they said at the beginning of the year, this is our title. And until somebody take it from us, it belongs to us. So Windthorst wins district. Finishing 2 was Archer City. Archer City took a huge loss, I believe, to Haskell early on in district, and then they came out angry, and I believe they gave actually Electra their first loss of the season.
They played good.
Yes, sir. And then next in 3 was Electra, and then shaping out the last spot was Petrolia, and I believe Petrolia got in based off of points. But it's not how you get in, it's how long as you're getting in. And congratulations to Coach Blassingame, first-year coach, getting Petrolia back on the right side.
Yeah. I mean, congratulations to all those teams, really. I mean, all the teams you're listing, I mean, like you said, it's not how you get in, but that you're in, and anything can happen.
Any given Friday.
Yes, sir.
Or Saturday.
And I think the biggest thing is saying it on the air, we love Dave Campbell's, but Dave Campbell's not always right. How they pick these districts to end, it's not always right, because I believe Seymour was picked to be in a contender of being top 2 teams, top 3 teams, and this is the odd year for Seymour to be out. We're looking forward for them to bounce back next year.
Orthopedics Express. Our primary focus is delivering exceptional care to patients with orthopedic injuries. Simply walk in or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Orthopedics Express is your fast track to orthopedic care.
I'll be honest with you. If we rated how teams were going to be based off their coaches' interviews here, Seymour would have won state. But, I mean, and I think they had a lot of injuries.
They had some injuries.
I think they had some different things going on. But, yeah, I mean, we definitely anticipate them being back next year for sure.
All right, we're going to move to 3A, Division 1, District 4. Division 1, District 4. So coming in, new to this district, Paradise. They ended up being 1. Next, we have Peaster at 2. Vernon, the Vernon Lions at 3. And then we were just talking about off the air how all this kind of shaped out at the end with the Bowie and Iowa Park game, and how points and different things kind of decided how the playoffs got in. But Iowa Park started off slow this year, but the Eagles are in the playoffs, and we're excited for them to be in the playoffs. They represent our area. We're excited for Vernon to be in the playoffs. Vernon has gone through some injuries this year as well.
They're getting healthy at the right time.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So we have 2 teams from this area and that district going to the playoffs, and we're excited about that. Looking forward for a deep run for both teams.
So real quick, is the freshman quarterback at Iowa Park, is he still playing?
Yep.
Was that a permanent move based off?
I think it was
injury.
injury. I think injury happened, and he kind of ran with his opportunity. And that kid is a really good kid. Like, I don't know exactly. I actually know Paxton and the original starting quarterback, so I hope he's healthy. I hope he's getting healthy. But that kid is special. Like
Reed.
Yeah, Reed is really special, and he's as big as he is, as strong as he is. He's a nice gentleman every time you talk to him. He talks to me, he smiles every time he talks to me.
Yes, sir, no, sir.
Yes, sir, no, sir. He's a great kid. I couldn't be happy for a young freshman coming in and kind of changing the season around a little bit for him.
Yeah, for sure. Because once he came in, he kind of
gives them back to he gives them that old Iowa Park feel.
Last year vibe.
Yeah,
actually Paxton's brother. He gives them that vibe.
Yeah, I'm gonna run through you.
Parker gives them Parker out.
You tackle me in the first quarter. Can you tackle me in the fourth quarter?
Yeah,
so he's more there.
Well, that's good for them too, because they were having a rough season. Of course they beat Burke.
Yeah,
but they had a rough season to start off, and to see them squeeze into the playoffs, like, again, go back to what you said, it's not about how you get in, it's the fact that you're in, and anything can happen.
And I think you're talking about playing ball at the right time, right? Playing good ball at the right time. It didn't start off well for Iowa Park, and we know that is a hungry tradition, and those people out there, but as we say, the natives were probably restless, but finding a way to get in at the right time, and all you want is a chance. Yeah. All you want is a chance in the dance, and you never know what'll happen when you get in there.
So one thing I will say too is I'm a guy that's very critical, harsh, all that. I think we all are as dads, as sports guys, as competitors. We can all be hard on the coaches, but Coach Swinson, I got to give hats off to you. You didn't lose your locker room. You could have easily lost your locker room, and kids just stopped wanting to play, but you kept these kids hungry. Getting a win like you guys got against Ponder, I think that was a good turning point for your season. But like I said, Iowa Park got in, but I also want to make sure that everybody understand when you're losing, it's not always fun. So it takes a special coach, and that's across the board, not just for Coach Swinson. I almost called him Dr. Swinson. He might need to be a doc, but Coach Swinson. So not just for him, but for all the coaches. When you're losing, it's not fun. So coaches got to find, the good ones find ways to keep their kids motivated to continue to fight. And Iowa Park's done that each week. They've had some tough injuries as well this year, but they're doing a great job, and I'm happy that those guys made it into the playoffs. So we're going to move on to 3A Division II. Of course, I'm familiar with that district. I want to on the air give Holiday some credit. I don't give them a lot of credit, but I want to give them credit just because coming into the season, Jacksboro was a team that was talked about amongst everybody. Everybody talked about what Jacksboro was going to do. I think for sure Holiday was a forgotten team. People forget that they had won the district for a while now, and I think Coach Atwoods had those kids locked in, had them. Ain't no telling what type of bulletin board stuff they had going on, but
we were probably on it. I was probably on it,
which is cool, But coming into the season, you got to think they were picked to be 2. They never were given a fighting chance behind Jacksboro, and then once City View beat Jacksboro, people didn't even decide to move Holiday up. They just automatically said, "Oh, City View is going to win the district." So I think Holiday for sure fought with a chip on their shoulder. Shout out to the coaches, to the players. So Holiday won district. City View, based off of Jacksboro losing last week, they ended up in the 2 spot. Jacksboro ended up in 3. And then last to finish out the district was Millsap. Millsap and Henrietta fought last week for the last spot, and Millsap got that game. I will say that we're praying for Jacksboro to get healthy. I know they got a lot of injuries. One thing, once you get in the playoffs, those teams could meet back up. Of course, we're pulling for all of our 9-4-0 teams when they get into the playoffs. But we definitely want, especially you got kids like Luke Sams that has a senior. Treadway. Those guys are seniors. We're pulling for them to get healthy so that they can close out in a good way, good fashion, whether they win or lose. We want their last game to not be an injury.
And I think, not to cut you off, but I think the telling part about the Holiday Eagles is, they had to go get it. And I say that in terms of they had to go beat the Giants on the road, right? They had to go to City View and go win at City View. And then at the end of the regular season, they had to go on the road to beat Jacksboro. Like, it was no home cooking. And what I liked, and I sent it to my boy Jay, and maybe Jay sent this to us, I can't remember, but the Oregon thing, right? When he got his team together versus Michigan before the game started, and it was like the most enjoyable thing as a road team is to shut the crowd up and have them walking out the stadium. And as great as home wins are, when you can go beat a team on the road, that's the most enjoyable thing you can have.
I think the key to Holiday is, and we weren't real sure about Hunter Jones.
Yeah.
But that kid came in, and he did exactly what he needed to do. And efficient, and we weren't. I mean, I think even Coach Atwood was, kind of was talking about how he's not real sure how everything is going to go because you're going from what was the kid's name again? I'm terrible.
Grant Cox.
Grant Cox last year, who was phenomenal. But I'm telling you what, Hunter Jones is phenomenal. Mm-hmm. That kid has earned his respect and has led that team. I mean, they have a lot of good pieces. Obviously, it's a team effort, but he's really took on the role as quarterback and leader of that team, and I think they've done great.
And the one thing that we all know playing sports is luck is not. I don't want to say luck because it's not because it's earned, but health, mm-hmm. like being healthy at the right time, playing like Evan said, playing the right ball at the right time. It was like they went through their injury lumps early. And then they got healthy, and I think everybody late in the season they got healthy, and then it showed. And whoever their OC is, I love you. Like
I believe it's Coach Atwoods.
Is it Atwoods?
His brother.
Whoever called.
No, I think the head coach Atwoods is the OC, and I believe his brother is the DC.
Okay, whoever calls those plays, he is one aggressive dude, and I love it. It's like me playing Madden.
You said that in the
I'm talking about it's
in the chat.
I mean, if you watch them, it's like you don't see high school team taking deep shot after deep shot after deep, and really because that's hard. People don't understand how hard it is to play DB and how hard it is to go guard a 40-yard route, come back, line up, and guard another one,
yeah.
and another and you got Ashton Berry, so you can.
I mean, they got great receivers.
You can play great coverage on those dudes, and he can go up and get it. So.
You got Ashton Berry on one side, who probably will finish as our top receiver, I'm guessing, or at the top. Ty Harrison, who's just as speedy, just as long and lengthy as Ashton Berry on the other side. Then you got a little Wes Welker type kid with Jaden Kim. I mean, he's got it all. I mean, and
he uses it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for Hunter Jones is that coming into the season, I think for a holiday team, nobody expected to see a true passing quarterback.
Yeah.
Grant Cox was great, but he's not.
Didn't stretch the field.
He didn't. We are seeing a completely different brand of holiday football. Mm-hmm. We're used to seeing that. Even last year, they went back to it, the wing, because they just needed to. That's what those kids knew. Coach Atwoods talked about it on this show, how having another year to implement his system of what he believes that these kids are capable of doing. He's done a great job. I will say before we move on, I think, Coach Atwoods, your vision of what you're doing for these kids, the parents of Holiday will appreciate, because you were going to see more kids get an opportunity to play college football.
Yes.
One of the biggest knocks on 3A programs is that they don't run college-ready program footballs. I mean, you might get them into a Army-style offense or something like that, but being able to show that these kids can play in a spread offense, I think that the sky's the limit for opportunities for kids to play at the next level, from skilled players all the way down to the linemen, being able to show that. So it's bigger than just winning right now. Hopefully, long term, these kids are going to get more opportunities to play college ball. Next, we're going to go to the 4A Division II, District 3. A shocker for me, I'll say, coming into this.
Probably a lot of people.
I personally thought it would have been Brock Graham. But Graham, I want to say this on the air. Graham, what you guys are doing out there defensively is absurd.
Did you see Eagle Mountain? They said, we're going to kick a field goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to
Hats off to them.
We're putting an end to this.
Yeah.
So I bet there won't be a 0 on our side.
This is
They decided to kick a field goal. I thought, I mean, who knows? They may have been. That may have been second and goal. They said we're kicking a field goal.
We going for 6.
Yeah, I think not before last week. 3 points still is like okay. Graham, you guys are the real deal. I'm proud to say that you guys are from around this area. You're representing this area extremely well, especially in the class of 4A. 4A football. 4A football to me is one of the toughest divisions to play in, and just period. It's just a lot of teams. The way that you guys beat Brock was, it wasn't just we won the game. You beat them. BTA. Y'all beat them down bad, real bad. So
BTA, what's BTA?
That's what I was gonna say. Is it belt too, or is it beat?
We're not gonna talk about
okay.
that.
Off the sideline.
Yeah, that's off sideline.
Okay.
Jeff, don't ever try to set me up like that. But the
Mama
kids
gonna call
understand.
after
The
that
kids understood what I was trying to say. All right, so Brock got second. Mineral Wells got third, and it closed out with Eagle Mountain at 4. I will say this: we text last week a little bit about there was a slim chance that Burke almost, if Burke would have won, they had an opportunity to get in the playoffs.
You were going who let the dogs out.
I was gonna go crazy if they got in. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I do want to say that Burke, you guys keep fighting, keep moving forward, and then we're gonna close it out with our 5A. To me, going into this season, Lubbock Cooper, of course, I've said it multiple times, is probably the favorite to win this district going in. But I did say, I think about 4 or 5 games in after Memorial played Friendship, I said Memorial has an opportunity to win this district. The way that they played Friendship, I knew then that those kids were properly coached, and I knew those boys were ready to play. Unfortunately, Abilene Wiley won district. Memorial got second. Lubbock Cooper got third. And then Abilene Cooper finished in 4th. But for you guys that didn't get to see the game, Memorial was about 30 seconds short of being basically in contention of being the district champs. Abilene Wiley kicked the game-winning field goal to seal the deal on that one. So Memorial came out hot first year, finishing second in a 5A. Great district. We're proud of them and what they represent for the 9-4.
Evan,
Yeah,
you
for
would
sure.
know. How long has Wiley been 5A?
I think about
'Cause they were
so it has to be an
4A
even year.
powerhouse
So
as
I
well.
would say probably it's either 14 or 16.
Okay.
Yeah, they started out 3A, moved
yeah.
up to 4A. They've moved up, and they were good in every division.
Yeah,
that
they
they've been
were
in.
powerhouses.
They've taken they took a lot of lumps.
Yeah, uh-huh.
You know, I think my first year I was probably, or second year my first year we beat them pretty good. But I think maybe that 21 season is when you got to see it turn over there. Whether that's Abilene Wiley growing as a district or kids moving from Abilene Cooper and Abilene High into the Wiley district. So they've taken their lumps. They're a really good team, really good, well-coached football team. Coach Hugh Sandiford, who was there for many, many years, won the state title with the Wiley Bulldogs, handed it over to Clay Martin, who was 23, 25 years as his assistant. So
The quarterback's Bear Mean. Went to Burke.
yeah,
You
Bear
remember that?
Mean,
Bear Mean
Coach
is the
Mean.
quarterback. Coach Mean, his son is the quarterback at Abilene Wiley.
Yeah, so it's
His oldest?
9-4-0
Or
ties.
is-
Yep.
Okay.
So my last part of my little segment that I was going to say is, out of 37 teams that we covered this year, 20 of the 37 got into the playoffs.
That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Real quick on the on Memorial, and this is, kudos to Coach Evan, Coach Hearn, and all the Memorial coaches. I mean, you said they did a great job. They did, I would say, more than a great job. First year coming in, high expectations for them to go in and beat the number 8 team in state. I mean, that right there tells you that if they can beat the number 8 team in state, it's not too
On
far of
the
a
road.
stretch to beat anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like number 8 in the entire state compared to, number 2, 4, whoever they may face in their playoff run, which we hope is deep and long for them. But yeah, I mean, Mavs on top. I've kind of been a closet Mavs fan just because I'm a
Let's go, man.
yeah, I mean, Mavs on top.
I will say not just because Evan's a part of us, but they do what you need to do to win in big time football games. And Evan being a running back coach, when you got 2 running backs like they have, you can stay in any game with a running game. You know what I mean? You can play keep away. You can play keep away. You can pound the ball down the field and take long possessions. End it with 3, end it with 6, however you want to do it. But running the ball is very key to winning games, and they got 2 probably the best backs in the state.
So Evan, I have a question for you on that. Plug real quick. What's your O-line coach name?
Coach Neighbors and Coach McClung.
Plug them guys in because if it ain't no beef and blocking up front,
You ain't getting no yards.
you ain't getting no yards in the
Nah,
back.
and that's, like I said, that's kudos to all the coaches because
Yes, sir.
they've done a great job, and we won't let Coach Evan talk just because we don't want any, jinx or anything. But
For sure.
we're hoping hope for a deep playoff run for the Memorial Mavericks. We'll be following them all the way. I think that's it with the districts. We're going to move on to Coach Hearn. Evan, you want to talk about some of the playoff matchups?
So, Coach O did a really good job of giving us the district winners and telling us who's in the playoffs. So, I'm going to jump forward into this week. The regular season just ended Friday. And so now we start what is round 1 of the playoffs. And so from the lower classification going all the way up, all right, we got Kroll facing Jayton, all right. They'll be playing at Benjamin, okay. So we know Jayton is a really good school. Kroll has a tough task ahead of them. Benjamin will go to Aspermont, all right, and these are all Thursday games. And then Woodson will be playing Goldberg at Bryson. So right there we have 2 9-4-0 teams on the 6A level, the 6-man level playing each other, all right? And keeping it still 6-man, Knox City is playing Turkey Valley, which is a team out there in the Panhandle.
It's Thanksgiving time.
Yeah, that
Turkey.
town's called Quitiquay. Can you say it?
Quitiquay?
Quitiquay.
Quitiquay.
Yeah.
That's the town?
Yeah, that's the town's
And the
name.
school's name is Turkey Valley?
school
That's
name's
what
Turkey.
Turkey say. Quit.
You said what?
Okay. So Knox City's playing Turkey. They'll be playing at Chillicothe on Friday. Newcastle's playing Spur at Monday. All right. And then St. Joe is playing Avalon. Okay. And so that'll round out our 6-man crew. Thursday, Electra is playing Wheeler and Vernon. Petrolia is playing Wellington. And so Petrolia
Squeezed in.
squeezed in, but
I don't want to say that squeezed in like
they got in.
No
all right?
diddy.
Yeah.
Great great season by Coach Blassingame, as Coach O said. But Petrolia was one of 4 schools that are playing a Texas high school playoff game outside the state of Texas.
Yeah, I saw that. They're playing
Yeah.
in Lawton.
Yeah, they're playing in Lawton.
That's weird. Why?
Yeah.
I mean, are they playing Wellington? So
Wellington is
Wellington's
pretty
in the
much out.
Panhandle.
Wellington is the Panhandle.
And so they're meeting halfway in Lawton.
in
Oklahoma.
Lawton, Oklahoma.
Because where Wellington is located at, it's pretty much almost in Oklahoma.
It's pretty much, yeah. It's like
That's crazy. I
yeah.
did see that, and I was like,
Yeah.
wow, that's weird.
So that's a pretty cool thing. Then you got Quanah on Thursday playing Windthorst at Iowa Park.
At Iowa Park.
At Iowa Park
On Thursday.
That may be a game we can be at.
Thursday.
Thursday. All right.
I might be
You
there.
said Quanah and Windthorst.
Quanah and Windthorst.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thursday. Oh,
I'm going to say this team
What's the
because
weather
they're
like?
just out of our coverage area. Lindsay is playing Miles. Lindsay will probably be in our coverage area next week.
hope so. Next week.
Yep.
Next year.
Next year. Sorry, not next week. Hey, next year, basketball season. Hamlin's playing Munster at Jacksboro Thursday, and then we'll move to our Friday games.
So real quick.
Yes, sir.
The teams that you've already announced, do we want to maybe pick them just for fun?
Not right now.
No?
We can come back.
All right.
We'll come back. I'll come back through it. All right. Slayton or Childress, our coverage area team, playing Slayton and Floridata. City View is playing Clifton at Mineral Royals Friday. I already know who I was going to pick on that one. Mm-hmm. Jacksboro is playing Brady.
They could be
Playing.
praying them too.
Brady Friday at Clyde. Holiday is playing Dublin, the home of Dr. Pepper, at
Is it?
Springtown Friday.
Thought it was Ireland.
Yeah, this guy Jeff, man, he's just getting off his meds. So, when it gets late.
Vernon and Sweetwater Friday at Graham. You have Iowa Park playing a tough Jim Ned team in Breckenridge. Graham will get Fort Worth Dunbar Thursday night at Alito. And then we'll finish out with Wichita Falls Memorial playing a home game versus El Paso Chapin Friday at 5
How
p.m.
y'all always do that? How y'all always get that?
Well,
Who y'all know?
5A gets
5A.
1 and 2 gets a home game.
1 and
Okay.
2 get a home game.
Gotcha.
So that's why that win versus Lubbock Cooper was huge because it essentially told us
gotta
we weren't
drive.
going to El Paso.
You got to drive to El Paso.
Well, that would be good. Actually, and that's an early game too, 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, yeah.
I've been
You said Friday?
I've been questioned if I'm going to that or not.
So who else is playing at the stadium? Because I heard it's a doubleheader. Y'all play and then somebody plays after.
I haven't heard, unless it's somebody outside our coverage.
It
area.
is somebody.
maybe it's
else.
6A.
That'd be good.
And normally it's some big games that come
would
through
be.
Memorial Stadium.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
That'd
to
be
see
cool.
that. Yeah.
Because there's no other games that happen in the area.
No.
There's no
Nobody really
Owl
gets
Park
game.
one.
Owl Park. got
Yeah,
one.
just
The
Owl
one
Park,
that's
but
up.
that's
Burke?
Thursday.
That's on Thursday, yeah. So
Friday, 5 o'clock, Memorial Stadium. Hopefully a doubleheader. If anybody knows any information on that, please let us know. And then, like, nobody holds a game at Burke. Nobody's holding a game at.
there's one in Burnham, but that's
This has nothing to do with anything important, but man, I went to the Memorial game, and I'm a big aesthetics guy, how things look. I really like the logos in the end zone that they put of other schools. Wish they would have did something big in the middle, maybe both of them facing each other.
see,
or
and
something.
I
We talked about that, didn't
I
we?
don't know if I really like. I think the names in the end zone would have been better, and then the logos
and the logos in the middle somewhere.
Right.
So
But I think
we talked about
I mean,
having
it's still the logos are nice. I just didn't like them.
a legacy logo at one end, a memorial logo at the end. But another thing Evan brought up was at Memorial Stadium, they don't have colored end zones.
Yeah,
A lot of places have colored end zones, but they don't.
that would have been cool. But you got to think one of the biggest users of it is MSU, so that's probably why they stay.
Yeah,
away
I'm
from
really
using
shocked
it so
that they
much.
even. I was just about to say that I'm shocked that they were able even to put the logos with MSU.
They're probably
using
gone now because MSU plays Saturday here.
No, the
those
logos
those
are
logos
permanent.
are
They're permanent.
in there. That's
They're
not
permanent.
paint.
Yeah, they ain't moving.
That
Oh,
ain't
that's-
going nowhere.
Those
That's-
are permanent because
really?
it's on
the
turf. Because it's on turf. And I think the reason
I
they
thought it
put
was
that
paint.
they don't put the logo in the middle is that for that
that
reason,
reason.
and also to the homage of paying homage
Joe
to
Golden.
Joe Golden because that's who the field's named after.
His
So
name all down the side.
yeah, I know. There's money behind that. Who else?
Yeah, you know it.
They gotta maybe somebody can put a little collage of all three MSU and the big two schools and maybe make it look good in the middle.
Like a sweet end zone.
MSU ain't
design.
gonna put no money in on it.
You know that's right.
Nah, that's just because they trying to. Hopefully,
Get
they're
their
trying
own.
All right, so we got our district titles, our champions, everything lined up. We got our playoff matchups coming up. Real quick before we take the break, let's talk about this Parent Wit issue. So
Give the setup.
Parent Wit, and I'm not like I said before we talked, I'm not 100% on this. Parent Wit won the game against
Northside.
Northside.
Uh-huh.
They had an ineligible player
Yes, sir.
playing in the game, and they actually won the game physically on the mat, according to the score. Then after the game, there was a self-report done by, I'm guessing either the AD or someone of equal value, saying, "Hey, we had an ineligible player." Basically, ended up forfeiting the game, which ended up them Parent Wit not making the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
What's our take?
So first and foremost, I will say this, and I'm saying it on the air. I'm a man of integrity first and foremost, but to make that type of decision speaks volume of the character of the athletic director. From my understanding, the kid that was ineligible wasn't the kid that played a whole bunch in that game. So it's not like the outcome, he affected the outcome. But knowing that reporting this, self-reporting, could strip the other players of an opportunity to be in the playoffs. That's a real good gut check. I can honestly say if we picked out 10 men, maybe 2 of the 10 might do that. He's in a very, very high class of individuals that do something like that. I think my biggest thing is in those situations, I would like to see UIL be able to intervene a little bit differently and a little bit better, because the road could have been different. And even the Northside coaches to even be able to, like, hey, this kid didn't even play that much. Like, it wouldn't been a big difference, because I think the hardest part, for most of us, is to see that the kids that worked hard all year, it's almost like they're being punished for doing the right thing. And so that's where I'm at. Like, how do you teach a kid that what the athletic director did, which is the right thing to do, how do you get other kids to buy into doing what's right when I do what's right, I'm punished behind it?
Yep.
So that's where I'm at. And then I think also trying to understand how did that kid even suit up.
Okay, so my thing with this is, like you just mentioned right at the end, how does this happen? And again, we're not there. We're not, we're not exactly, we don't know everything. Okay, we don't know the details, what happened, this or that. But my concern is, how did something like this happen? And how did this player even, I don't know, did they ride the bus to the stadium? Did they play at home? I don't really know. How did they make the bus ride? How did they get the dress out? Like all of those things. I mean, let's think of this. This is a 6-man team. They have what? 15, 20 players maybe at the most. How does this slip through the cracks? And I'm just kind of playing devil's advocate here, but at the same time, like, this team is a team that beat Union Hill, who just beat the undefeated St. Joe Panthers. So you're talking about a team capable of making a deep playoff run. And, I never rule anybody out of a state championship possibility, but you're talking about a team that beat Union Hill, who's a top 10 team, and they have the ability, they have the players, they have the coaching, everything to make a deep playoff run. Like, how does this even happen?
Yeah, my whole thing is not knowing all the details, so it's hard to really go comment on a lot of it, just because you don't know if it, like, grades came out that day or grades came out, like, later on, like, somebody missed something or something like that. So I don't want to challenge anybody's integrity about, like, who let it happen. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't
want to
either.
attack anybody not knowing all the details. But my heart, everything goes out to those kids. Like you said, they're a special group that earned a chance to see where it ended, and they don't get to play it out. They don't get to play it out. They have to now. It's wondering, hey, what could we done? It's a whole bunch of what ifs now that were created by adults.
And and the thing, like you said, for the kids, like mostly the seniors.
Yeah,
I mean, these kids are.
Some of them
they
might
work
not
so
ever
hard.
play football again.
They've had a hell of a season.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said, they beat Union Hill, who was a top 10 team. I mean, there's no telling what they could have done as a team, and it's just a real bummer. Really, what it boils down to is a bummer.
Yeah, I think what everybody said is, you don't want to point fingers and say, well, hey, it's the kid's fault, or hey, it's the coach's fault, because I'm sure both of those people and the people involved probably feel terrible, and like Jay said, for those seniors, you don't get that back. And as we move into this playoff mode, just talking about that, for the seniors, they don't get another Monday. They've worked all this way for that point, and for them to have a good year and have this kind of taken from them, your heart goes out to them. But like O said, to the coach, I mean, we've seen this go on, whether it's at the high school level or college level, and it just gets hidden or swept under the rug. But to self-report yourself right after the fact shows the integrity of that coach, that, hey, it means more than my seniors, or say it means more than we getting in, making a run, and then it all comes out later, versus, hey, I found this out. We got to self-report ourselves, and, it's going to hurt us in the end, but at the end of the day, I think, people will view that guy very differently.
Yeah, so that's the only thing I would challenge, is just I hope that there's a system that can be put in place for mistakes that are made, because ultimately we're trying to teach the young people how to do what's right. And honestly, this could derail that whole philosophy of when you do what's right, that, because honestly, that he did what was right, and it seems like everybody's punished. And I want the kids out there and parent with to understand this is not a punishment. Mistakes happen. It's how you learn and move from those mistakes. I guarantee that this mistake, probably in parent with history, probably will never happen again, because they're going to put systems in place to make sure that those things don't happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, and I agree. I think we all agree, both sides. It's great for them to self-report. It sucks for the kids, but in the end, it is, we're a firm believer of it is what it is. You learn from it and you move forward. But anyways, we're going to take a quick break here, get a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be back after the break to talk some volleyball and some basketball. A realtor we trust is Kim Roark. given to others with love. Kim was raised in this community and has been selflessly serving for over 20 years. Kim encourages everyone to thrive in their purpose. Kim is part of the Homes for Heroes program, where she gives back a portion of her commissions from each closing to all military, firefighters, law enforcement, healthcare, and educators who use her services. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, Kim is the realtor for you. Go check out the website at homesforheroes.com. Since starting from scratch in 2020 by longtime resident of Clay County, Bob Belcher, Duck Creek Disposal has quickly become one of the most trusted waste disposal service and dumpster rental companies serving the 940 community and the surrounding areas. Local to the core, they take immense pride in being a part of the Wichita Falls community. Duck Creek Disposal's deep roots mean that every customer is treated like a neighbor. Their promise is to guarantee the best customer experience in the area, and they live by it. Whether you're a homeowner, contractor, or business, they've tailored their services to suit varied requirements. Bob's hands-on approach and belief in personal connection means that when you call Duck Creek Disposal, you're experiencing a standard of service that Bob himself envisioned. You talk to real people, not a machine. Go give Bob a call at 940-257-5660. Serving the 940 community for 12 years, Allegiance Electric and Controls is the trusted go-to for commercial and industrial electrical solutions. Contact them for reliable, tailored services to keep your operations running smoothly. Please call or visit their website at aecllc.com. For all your paving and concrete needs, we trust Freeman Paving, LLC. Located in Vernon, Texas, Freeman Paving is our recommended business for concrete, paving, and dirt work. They have over 20 years of experience working right here in our community. Next time you need any concrete work, give them a call, 940-552-9496. If you're looking to treat yourself to a delicious dessert, then Yogurt Journey is the place to be. Yogurt Journey offers 12 delicious flavors of frozen yogurt with over 60 topping options. If you want something warm instead, stop by to enjoy an amazing funnel cake, fried Oreos, fried brownies, or fried candy. Yogurt Journey also offers frozen yogurt rolls, waffle frozen yogurt rolls, and smoothies. If you need a cake for your next celebration, Yojo provides custom frozen yogurt cakes. Yogurt Journey is located on Kemp Street across from Barwise Middle School and is open daily from 12 to 9 p.m. For all your roofing-related needs, we choose Assured Roofing and Construction. At Assured Roofing and Construction, their hard work is based off honesty, loyalty, and integrity, ensuring that every customer gets what they deserve and is happy and stress-free throughout the entire process. When any storm damage occurs to your roof, gutters, fencing, or siding, Assured will have you covered and help you from the initial free inspection to filing your claim, meeting with adjusters, and getting your damaged property fixed properly. Give AJ a call at 940-782-1194. As one of the top medical spas in Wichita Falls, GlowMD offers a comprehensive collection of treatments and services for you to look and feel your absolute best. Our physician-led team will ensure a warm, welcoming experience with a personalized approach. Give Dr. Don Peters a call, 940-642-4982. All right. Welcome back. Thank you to the sponsors for the show. And again, we're coming to the end of our first calendar year of doing this. We've had a lot of sponsors, so we do want to thank them. We do want to also remind you that come 1st of January, there will be new opportunities for sponsorships for the show. And we hope to hopefully retain a lot of our sponsors, if not all of them, because we enjoy them and we appreciate everything that they've done for us. But also there'll be opportunities for more people to join on the sideline. And what we're trying to do here, not only in Wichita Falls, but all the 940. We're going to jump right into volleyball. That's me. That's my topic. So volleyball team, since the last time we met, we talked about coming to an end of the season. We had a lot of district championships. I'm not going to go over all that, right? Because right now we're already in the area round and regional quarterfinals, regional semifinals, rounds for volleyball, and we have a lot to go over. Unfortunately, we had some teams that were really good for us during the regular season, during district, that drew a very tough first opponent. In the by-district, we have Henrietta who drew Tolar. Tolar was just a little bit better than them. ended up beating them, I think 3-1. I was at the game. Memorial also lost to Lubbock Cooper, who I didn't realize was Lubbock Cooper is a perennial powerhouse when it comes to volleyball. I didn't realize that, so initially I had them going a little bit further, and I think we always just kind of root for our teams to go a little bit further. So, but yeah, unfortunately they had a terrific first season for Memorial Volleyball. They had a lot of great players. I got to video them a lot. I enjoyed videoing those girls. A lot of great athletes. But unfortunately, their season ended in by district.
Yeah, I think talking about Memorial, what a great first year for Coach Kelly Barnett coming back home. Coach Lauren Castles, also Coach Sydney Amaluxon, and Coach Miller did a great job of, as we talked about, culminating 3 different cultures into one. And they lost to Abilene Wiley 3-2 at home, and then they came back and swept Abilene Wiley. So they instead of a coin toss, they played each other, and that ultimately decided the matchup. And when I say that is, they were going to play the 4 seed, obviously, if you're the 1, and their road of path might have been a little easier. Obviously, you got to play the game, but by them losing and playing a perennial volleyball powerhouse in Lubbock Cooper, that was their fate.
Yeah, and that's just unfortunate. And same thing with Henrietta. They drew Tuilarar, who's pretty good this year. They're actually playing still, and they're going to probably end up meeting Holiday. So we had Henrietta Memorial fallout. We also had Electra fallout in the area around. But we have a lot of good volleyball left. We have Christ Academy, who we're projecting and hopeful that they win their 5th straight
Are they gonna win
their
again?
5th straight state title.
They're headed there already.
Yeah, they're already in state.
Oh, yeah.
They're in the TAPS, private school, so they're a little. I think they're one or two games ahead of UIL, so they're already headed to state. So I think they got to win 2 more in order to be state champs. Which again, we're hopeful, we're praying, we expect them to do that.
What?
The other 3 teams. So we picked. Remember, we had this conversation. We said we had 4 realistic chances in having 9-4-0 teams in the state tournament. So Christ Academy already headed to the state tournament. The other 3 is Windthorst, Holiday, and Herald.
Is Nakona still in?
And so Nakona is still in. They have a tough matchup. I'll get to that in a second. But also Herald plays St. Joe, who, if they meet, they'll meet in the regional finals for a trip to state.
Ooh.
And that's, I think,
that game could be.
9-4-0
Which
crime.
softballs?
that's number 3 Herald
Memorial?
versus number 8 St. Joe.
Could be.
Yeah, that's what I told somebody that. I said it could be Legacy or Memorial, realistically, or Henrietta.
Count us in.
Depends.
If we there.
Yeah. So let's break this down a little bit. Windthorst plays number 34 Plains up next. I think they play tomorrow.
Okay, Tuesday.
So Windthorst is number 8. So they play 34. So looking at that, I know anything can happen, but we're projecting a Windthorst win there.
Come on, Windthorst.
Windthorst then will play Vega, most likely, number 18 Vega, in the regional final, which again,
To go to state.
yeah, the winner of that game will go to state. So 2 more wins for Windthorst, and we got those ladies going to state. Of course, where we have them really having to pick up their game and play volleyball is the state semifinals, which will be the 3rd game from now, where they play number 1 Crawford, projected.
Crawford.
Number 1. So
Well, they going to crawl up out of there if they got to play Windthorst. That's what's going to happen.
they're going to Crawford up out of there.
Yes, sir. We're going to get them up out of there. Come on, Windthorst.
Yeah, we're rooting for Windthorst. They've been great all year. They had up and down injuries, but again, Windthorst is one of our 4 to go to state. Christ Academy is already there. Windthorst, and then next we have Holiday. Holiday plays tomorrow against number 34. So Holiday's number 11. They play against number 34, Compass Academy.
That's out of Odessa.
Is it? I wasn't sure where they're at.
Get out your compass because we don't know where they're from. Holiday Eagles going to win that one for sure, too.
Hero.
Come on.
Hero.
No, we do expect a full, we expect Holiday. And I mean, talk about getting together and playing as a team and playing hot at the right time. Holiday is really hot. Yeah. I project, and obviously our projections for them to go for the state. So if they win regional, so if they win 34 against 34 Plains, then they play Vega most likely in the regional finals. Once they reach the regional finals, obviously they win that game. They go to state, where they have a chance to meet number 2 Boyd in the state semifinals. So anything can happen. We got Windthorst going to state semifinals at least, hopefully further. We got Holiday going to state semifinals at least, hopefully further. And then our 4th team that we're picking, projecting to go to playoff or to the state tournament, is number 3 Herald. They have to get by number 6 Garner tomorrow. So they play number 6 Garner tomorrow, which is going to be tough. It's going to be their toughest matchup up to this point and probably to the state semifinal. So they got to beat number 6 Garner. If they get past them, then they'll play number 36 Bluffdale in regionals.
They bluffing.
They're bluffing. That's what I said.
I have a question for you.
Hit me with it. So
we've talked about it a little bit all season, how all these teams have been battle tested. Mm-hmm. I just want to go out on the limb and say Holiday's been battle tested. Windthorst has been battle tested. All these schools that are still left in the playoffs, they've played each other. I believe in what we've created in this community. I believe and I believe in what the coaches have done.
Say it again.
I believe that the coaches. Boy, I'm about to preach.
Okay, Chris and Halo.
And I believe
it,
that the Herald Hornets is gonna go to state. Then I also believe that Windthorst is gonna make it to state, and I also believe that the Holiday Eagles are gonna make it to place. But I want to say something to the ladies, the young ladies that are playing this. You ladies rock. Don't let anybody tell you anything differently. I want you guys to go out, play hard for your communities. Believe in what your ability is on the court. You ladies are good. Jeff has made some great highlights. I mean, we've seen all types.
I don't make them. I just record them.
Yeah, he record the highlights. You still got to edit and do all that. But
those girls, that's all to the girls.
So what Jeff said, y'all have done the work. You've made him look good, and it's
I've got at least 2 followers.
Sometimes that's hard to make him, but y'all made Jeff look good. So with that being said, why not just go out and win the thing? Why not go out there and do the thing? Do what you guys we've talked about all season. He said Gorman's in the Herald Hornets way. Sting him. Get them out of the way. I know that's one of your things. Sting them and get them out of the way. So let's keep this ball rolling. I'm looking forward, and as I said last time, and another one. We want to have another one and another one. So
another.
Back to my boy Jeff.
And then DJ Khaled. I like that about you.
DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
Khaled.
And you preached in that segment.
Khaled.
You a man. You a jack of all trades.
Hey, brother. You see, I've been practicing, and we ain't been on here for 2 weeks.
All right. Okay, here we go. So,
womp womp.
Hater.
No, all right. So, but for real, so Harold has to get past number 6 Garner, and they're going to state. Okay, but that's not it. We have number 8 St. Joe. Okay. So St. Joe plays number 22 Woodson tomorrow.
Okay.
Is Woodson in our?
Yeah, they're in our area.
Okay, the Cowboys.
That's what I thought. I kept giving them in Bryson. We got to make a trip out to Woodson, Bryson, some of these places.
Yeah,
man, they're both in our district.
Yeah, we try to do, cover them, but we'll be honest. I don't even really know where they're at.
Help us out.
Honesty is key.
I'm sorry.
At least you're honest. Like
we need
integrity on this show.
Yeah,
I like.
We need integrity.
it.
Honesty is key to all things in life. But what we really need is a parent who's involved with the sports to reach out and help us.
Send us in some
to capture this stuff and to get this info so that we can definitely do an even better job than what we're doing right now.
To help your kid.
So St. Joe plays number 22 Woodson tomorrow.
HK.
Winner will play number 14 Avant in the regional final.
I can read your mind. Okay.
Avant, yeah.
All right. I don't know what that is.
About that.
I don't know anything about that. That's cool. And then the winner of, obviously, the regional final will go and play Herald. So we have a chance for St. Joe and Harold to meet up in the regional final game for a trip to state. So
That'd be dope.
that'll be a win-win for 940. And like we said, if it happens, we're gonna try to make that trip. Past Harold, past St. Joe, we got number 7 Benjamin, also in our coverage area. Tomorrow they play number 5 Bront. So that's going to be their toughest in that whole region.
Okay.
If they can get past number 5 Bront, they're expected to go. They could easily play in the state championship game against Harold, against St. Joe, against
That'd be
whoever
dope.
comes.
Wouldn't that be dope if
Yeah,
they played
two-
each other?
I mean, realistically, guys, we have a chance to have
That'd be
two
dope.
in a state championship game, having 2 teams out of 940.
That'd be dope.
So with the small school, big school, where's the state championship? Is it still
That's a good question.
I don't know
is it
about
still
1A.
being held at
So
a venue?
1A is a little
big-
confusing because in the bracket, it shows them going to state semifinals.
Mm-hmm.
So is there only one state champion in 1A?
No, it should be 2.
No, because they break it down D1, D2.
They do, but
But
it's
I get what you're
confusing
saying.
because they
Yeah.
both show that they're going to the state semi. D1 says the state semifinals is the last possible game, and D2 says state semifinals. So they take the winner of that and then play each other for one.
No,
No.
It might just stop right there. Is
Yeah.
where it's state the finals, because it should be the way it's set up now. It should be there should be 2 champs. There should be 2 champs in 1A, 2 champs in 2A, 2 champs in 3A, 2 champs like that.
Okay, and that's what we're hoping for because then realistically we have a good chance of having 2 940 teams in the state championship. At least 2 or 3 playing in the state semifinal. We got 2 or 3 teams going. I mean,
It's dope.
yeah, it's. And then on top of all that, let's not forget about Nocona, who at one point was ranked, I think, 8 in the state. They play Forsen tomorrow. And if they win, which I think they are projected to win according to their ranking, and they'll meet in the regional finals with number 10 Wink, which will be a tough matchup for them. But again, anything can happen.
They better
you know?
keep their eyes open. They better not wink at them. They're gonna lose. No winking. I've been working on my jokes though.
I
bro.
like
Those
it.
are
I
dad
like
jokes,
it. I like
man.
the
You gotta-
punchline.
We ain't met in so long that now thinks these dad jokes
Hey,
are good.
they are. The
So
fan
yeah,
fan-
we got Nocona who can make it. I mean, we have a possibility of having. I mean, we picked 4. We said 4. Pretty much halfway through the season, we have 4 realistic chance for 940 teams going to state championships. But we have a possibility, I think, of up to 6 or maybe, I think 6 total. So that would be pretty cool.
real cool.
So that's my research. That's where we come to an end on volleyball. We wish all these teams that are still in the playoffs great, and we wish them luck. We want to see them succeed. Yeah, we're rooting for you as always. But now we're gonna touch on. You got something?
Yeah, I
Evan?
just looked it up and they said the volleyball state championships are in Garland.
For 1A
For it just
All
says
of them,
UIL
probably.
state
for
volleyball
all of them.
championships. in
Garland. That's not
Yeah.
too far. I was just in Garland
Yeah.
at the convention center.
Garland.
Yeah.
It's at the convention
Oh, we
center.
were just there
At Curtis
for the cheerleading competition.
Colwell Center.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. That's better. I thought it was at Garland House.
No.
I just say that.
Well, that's
They
pretty
gonna
cool.
put them kids in there.
I said,
them
ain't better
ladies
get
in
it.
there.
Press your ride during the Thrill of Summer sales event at Nissan of Wichita Falls. Come see our great lineup of new Nissans, including the all-new Nissan Rogue and the new 2024 Nissan Frontier. Nissan of Wichita Falls has a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles and a service staff of certified Nissan technicians, backed by the best parts department in Texoma. We're locally owned and operated with a sales team you can trust at Nissan of Wichita Falls.
All right, Jay, let's go. Basketball. What you got?
Got a few things. So first week of the season hit off last week. I know a lot of our smaller schools haven't got to play a game yet. It's still kind of finishing up volleyball. So Saturday was the first game for the boys. Some key notes that I got Legacy. Boys and girls got their first win. Programs wins. Legacy boys won won their first game Saturday. Can't remember exactly who, but they blowout fashion, and they're getting their football guys back. So that team, our number 2 team in our area, starting off in our preseason rankings. That group is going to be special. The girls won their first game. It was in a shocking fashion, beating our preseason number 8 Iowa Park Hawks.
Congratulations.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. And I'll tell you real quick about Legacy because they ended up playing Burke.
Yeah.
Girls. They have some number 20 there.
Can shoot it.
Yeah, she's the real deal. I mean, for that team, she's going to take a leadership role. Then, of course, you got Kaya in the middle that is a defensive nightmare for anybody trying to get to the rim. And they actually got a couple shooters. One of the girls from volleyball that moved over, I forgot her name. I think she played number 3, can shoot the ball well. Yeah. So they're actually not.
They're gonna shock some people in that district. I guess they got a couple of new girls that no one really knew about, and some girls that missed our list that I think for sure is going to end up on our list for sure.
Yeah.
Memorial boys and girls got their first wins of their season, their program history. Memorial in blowout fashion blows out Bellevue on the girls' side, and the boys beat Mineral Wells this past Saturday.
Both teams not playing with football players.
Yeah, both teams not playing with football players.
Well, not the girls.
Well, not
the girls.
Yeah.
Well, but in their game,
Midwest,
their first 2 games, they didn't play with a couple of girls who were still playing volleyball. Yeah, you're correct.
So we're transitioning. We're getting football players for the boys' side. We're getting volleyball players for the girls' side. So keep that in mind.
We don't want nobody to say.
Don't want anybody getting confused. But Legacy did beat Iowa Park girls.
Yeah.
I think basically at full strength.
Are they at full strength?
Even though, I say that Iowa Park is still in the playoffs. I think.
So are they?
Iowa Park girls volleyball.
Yeah, I think they won.
But did they win
area round?
Area? So I think they play today or tomorrow.
Yes.
But I'm not sure
how many of those.
But so we will asterisk that.
But that's still a good win. Though.
It's good,
for sure.
First time,
especially for our rankings too, because we had Iowa Park ranked 8, and Legacy didn't make the top 10. Yeah. So I mean, I think these girls are paying attention to that type of stuff, and when they're getting on the court, they're out to earn their keep. So Legacy, one thing I noticed looking at the picture, Legacy's big.
Yeah. Yes.
They have. I haven't seen all the teams out here yet in 940 yet, but I would say Legacy.
Did you say 940?
I said 940.
Okay.
But we can.
Don't say 940.
Don't say that.
Yeah. Why I can't say 940?
Ghost Ride the Whip.
I don't like it.
9.
People say Sideline Sports 940.
I only said it just because he said don't say it, but 940. All right, so Legacy, they have some height.
Anyway.
They have some height, and I think that's going to give a lot of teams challenges just with the size that they have. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the season shape up for them.
Yeah, they'll definitely win. I mean, they'll win some games just right there on the offensive rebounds and putbacks.
Yeah, you can't. That's one thing you can't teach is size.
Yeah.
You can't teach. You can't teach size. You can't drill it. You can't get better at it.
Yeah.
You can't. Yeah.
All right, today we're gonna get taller.
Yeah. Some key performances in that you already highlighted. We got to get some better names. We got to get some better names on number 20. I got to get her name because that girl can play. In the Memorial win,
it's like Brooke or something.
Yeah, Tay Parks led them in the scoring in their Bellevue win. Moving on, we got Burke playing actually got their first win against Legacy. New coach, new era going on in Burke. They beat Legacy in some dominant fashion. They're young and they're gunning, they're running. So I like to see that from them.
Should I mention Burke? Should I talk about him? I'm the most excited about basketball this year.
He doesn't have a child plan or anything.
Not only is my daughter playing on the team,
but neither of these Burke guys have
let me tell you, I want to
planners.
break this down real quick. So me and Jay here have been coaching these girls for years. And to finally, this is the year we said, okay, when Grace is a junior, Nay's a freshman, Taylor's a sophomore. I mean, we got 2 years where these kids, I mean, they're going to be the best that they can be
Put the camera on.
for a while.
And you guys said, despite of our bad coaching, they will overcome and do what?
Whoa.
Wait, what happened? We're not talking Cowboys here, are we?
Not yet.
I like that.
No.
I appreciate it.
No, they got good, and I'm excited about their head coach.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I could say about him. Coach Gates, if you ever see this, I'm excited. Like I told you in person,
I don't
we're
think
excited for you and the team.
I don't think he's gonna be a guy that sees this, but love him. Nate Beeman led them in scoring, followed up by Taylor. Henrietta Boys won their first game. New coach there too, and by 1 point. So shocking first game for the Henrietta Boys.
Who'd they play?
I couldn't remember.
I wonder if they had their football boys. Cause
they didn't play. They dressed out, but
I was about to say,
Yeah,
they
I
played
saw
Friday
that.
night
Yeah.
and then Saturday.
I saw that somebody posted and said the greatest 4 water boys or something.
yeah, they dressed out, but they didn't get to play. They'd be locked and loaded for Tuesday. Then we got City View girls who started off with a tough test. Their coach is definitely going to test them out. They started their first game. They lost against Lipan, but it was definitely a good test for their young athletic team to see that well-coached Lipan team. And then they followed it up with a dominant win this past Saturday. And Toots Marks kind of got back on track with 26 points, and Queenie Thomas with 13.
What did they call him in the news? Brooks Weaver?
Oh no, that's her. That's her.
Or,
technically her.
Kylan Weaver.
Kylan Weaver is.
Oh,
technically
Weaver
her name.
Marks.
Yeah, she
Okay,
goes by.
okay.
She goes by Marks, but Weaver is actually her last name.
All right.
Then the freshman was the second leading scorer in their big win, Queenie Thomas.
Way to go, Queenie.
Yeah.
Queenie's a firecracker, man.
Yeah.
We were talking about her off the air, how you don't find too many girls that just she has a motor that's just like crazy. She like one speed, don't stop. Like, and if she can just keep her head and keep her cool, she's going to be a baller this year for that team. The team that Henrietta beat, by the way, was Midway.
Okay. By 1, wasn't
So
it?
check this
46-45.
out. Check this out, what I just found out. The number 20 girl for Legacy, her name's Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
She's a freshman.
Oh, from where?
That's my
I have
cousin.
no
wasn't gonna say
idea.
that. I wasn't going to say none of y'all, but shout
I
out,
have no
Brooke.
idea,
That's my
but she-
kinfolk.
That's crazy.
Especially
You
following
She's
always
going to
say
be
that.
good.
following that freshman class for so long. I just haven't. I guess. Hey, she went to work this summer. Let's just say that she
Hey.
either moved in or she went to work this summer.
She might be some of that UA circuit material right there.
We're gonna highlight again for City View. For the City View Lady Mustangs, they got a big matchup coming this Friday versus Newcastle. Versus our number 1 Newcastle.
What time is it? Where's that at?
It's actually Friday at City View.
What time?
What time? Because we could watch 5 p.m. and then we could go. Tell me it's 7:30.
I don't know what time the game is. I know that there could be some possibly rescheduling because
Y'all are playing.
because of the playoff game. So I don't know. I'll get that information out to you guys.
Maybe a Saturday.
But I will say, Coach KB, I told her, I said, Coach, you own one, because you don't find. I mean, even us, we talked about it amongst us. You don't find too many coaches scheduling teams like Lipan as your first game.
And Newcastle.
And then Newcastle as your third game of the season. So
Smoke. Bring me all the smoke.
yeah, she's definitely. But I think it's going to be challenging. But also too, I think it's going to challenge the girls to learn to play together as a team. We can say it on the air. Me and Jay talked about it. How Nia, Jefferson, and Colin, they're definitely going to have to find ways to play together. It's a little bit different with Nia coming back as last year, being one of the main role players as last year, moving into more of a star role. And then, Colin Marks, we call her Toots, coming back to City View, being able to gel herself
The
back.
comeback tour.
Yeah, coming back into the situation. The good thing is both of those young ladies know each other extremely well. I think it's going to be challenging. Kind of like you guys talked about Burke. Burke's a young team. City View has a lot of youth as well. I'm excited, before Jay close it out, I'm excited. The 9-4-0 girls basketball programs have, to me, they make the boys have to step their game up a lot. I would say we have some good boy programs around here, but I would say the girls on the girls side, night in and night out, you can get some good basketball being played. So shout out to the ladies and more of a challenge to the fellas. Let's see what the fellas bring to the table this year. Segue back to Jay.
Yep. So Henrietta girls are 1-0. They beat Petrolia last week. Iowa Park got back on the winning track, and they beat Petrolia also. So slow start for Petrolia, but hey, they got some challenging games too. And Seymour dominated fashion, beating Hamlin at Hamlin. They got Addie. Okay,
Castellia.
I'm I'm not even trying. I love
She
you,
had
Daddy.
19.
19 points. Yep. Big time start for her.
Did she play in our All-Star last
She
year?
did.
Yeah, she did. Mhm.
Real quick to touch on what Jay's talking about with basketball, I just want to I'm just going to go over the preseason rankings for the girls and what we came with, and then he mentioned number 8 Owl Park, but we had Newcastle at number 1 with their key returner Maddie Dollar. We had Nakona Lady Indians at number 2 with their key returner Megan Meekins, key addition Baylor Smith. Number 3 we have Birkburnett Lady Bulldogs with their key returner Taylor Fields, key addition Nate Beeman. Number 4 City View Mustangs, we're talking about them right now. With their key returner Nia Jefferson, their key addition is Kyla Marks coming back from Herald to City View. Number 5 Vernon Lady Lions, key returner Kamaria McBride, key addition Ariana Chavez. Number 6 Seymour Lady Panthers, key returner, just mentioned her, Addie Castilleja. Key addition Allison Ross, freshman. Number 7 Memorial Lady Mavericks, key returner Tay Parks, senior. Key addition Miracle Cornell, I think is a move-in.
Yes, from Grand Prairie. Yes, sir.
Number 8 Owl Park Lady Hawks, key returner Rayleigh Hughes. We didn't find a key addition for that team. Number 9 Holiday Lady Eagles, key returner Jordan Peters. Key addition freshman Riley Whitley. Number 10 Henrietta Lady Bearcats, key returner Ryan Kirby, and their key addition was we didn't get really a key addition for that. So so that's the girls. And then for the boys, we have the teams number 1 Birkburnett Bulldogs. As you can see, there's 2 of us excited about that. With key returner Aiden White, who I think led the team in scoring last year. Key addition, the one and only Kingston Gould, who is the son of this guy. And
he don't do nothing to get him prepared for no basketball.
Kingston. He want to stay.
He got
up
his
and
first
shoot.
in-game dunk. Wait, I probably stole that from you.
No,
you
you're
can
good.
still touch on that. Number 2 Legacy Leopards, key returner Caden Reed, who I think might be. Did he receive an offer this weekend or?
He committed.
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
He committed
I
to
didn't see
Midwestern
that.
State, staying home.
Oh, he committed to Midwestern State.
Yeah.
After
Proud of the kid.
the UNT visit.
What the heck are you talking about, Jeff? UNT was quarterback.
I thought Caden Reed went to UNT visit. No, I'm stupid.
All right,
Hold on.
Cut that.
Cut.
Boy, he about to
All
get
right,
his hopes up.
number two, we got Legacy Leopards. Key returner Caden Reed, committed to MSU. Key addition Jamel McFalls. We kind of
And that was tricky.
A new
yeah.
team.
Yeah.
And it's just one is
go
tricky
ahead.
because they're not going to start the season with their point guard, who is Jamel Falls. They're not going to start the season with him. He got a season-ending injury early in football season. They probably get him back more around the January, December time frame. Hopefully they get him back healthy, and it can really change some things for that whole roster. So that kind of worked out because once they get him back, that's going to become a really scary team.
And they also have the Caden McKinney kid,
Mm-hmm.
who's can jump out of the gym. Yeah. So, number 3, City View Mustangs. Key returner Des Whiteside. Key addition Lamarcus Gates is a freshman. Number 4, Childress Bobcats slip in with their key returner Kobe Sims. Again, a team that we added this year. We don't know a whole lot about. We know they're good. They have a very good basketball program. We don't have a key addition. Maybe somebody can help us out with that. Number 5, Vernon Lions, key returner Darius Williams. Key addition David Albanetta, who came over from Herald.
Yes, sir.
He was in our All-Star game, I think, last year as a junior.
Yep.
Really good three-point shooter. Number 6, Perrin Witt Pirates. Key returner Jack McCormick. Averages 30-plus points a game all last season. Plays great. Key addition Cooper Walker. I'm not sure if he's a freshman or just a move-in. Probably a freshman moving up.
And from what we've been hearing about Parent Witt, they have
Stay hopeful.
Stay hopeful. That did good
Top
last
5
year,
rank
for sure.
in
So
the state. So
we're excited. This first year covering them, so we're definitely looking to dialing in and checking out what they have to offer.
yeah, hopefully they don't have any ineligible players playing when it counts. Number 7, Memorial Mavericks. Key returner Gavin Ade. Key addition is Philip Johnson. Junior, is it freshman?
No,
No, okay, sophomore. So that again, same thing with Legacy. We kind of mixed and matched those guys. Number 8, Holiday Eagles, key returner. And this, let me tell you, for the Holiday Eagles, this is probably, when you say key returner, this is probably the most key player on whether their season is going to be successful or not. Because coming from that team that had, what's his name? Keaton, running everything through Keaton, being such a dominant scorer. We're hoping and we're thinking that Ashton Berry could be that guy, can fill that role.
Man, if he
but
can,
it just depends.
If he can play this season like he played that state semifinal game, he's gonna be special. Like that kid showed up and showed out in that state semifinal game. If it wasn't for him, that game would have been uglier than it was, and even more. Like he kept them in that game. He fought, scrapped. I think if he can kind of piggyback off how he finished last year's season, he can hold the fort down.
Yeah, and that's what we're hoping for Holiday's sake. Again, Holiday's one of those teams where they seem to always find the right pieces at the right time to be successful. Number 9, Seymour Panthers, key returner Keaton Anderson, key addition Brady Mathis. And number 10, Nakona Indians boys, key returners Carson Kleinhans, and key addition Landon
Good luck.
Fathery.
There's a few players on that list that I really like. The main one, of course, not other than my own kid, but Keaton Anderson. He's a tough nose. It reminds me of Bobby Hurley from Duke. Like he's tough, defensive, hard nose. Just he's gonna be special. He's just a sophomore. He led that team to a pretty deep playoff run last year, and he's coming back. He come from a basketball family. His dad's a long-time basketball coach. And he's definitely going to be special, and he's going to shock some people this year. He's going to be on our top 10. I feel like about midseason.
Yeah, so that's kind of our preseason rankings. We also put a list out, but I'm not going to go over those just because time permits. Did you have anything else about basketball in general?
Oh man, there's just some big games early. Burke plays Memorial. That's a top 10 matchup. This. Tomorrow, actually.
Or today, depends on when
the girls match up with City View and Newcastle this Friday. They may change the dates or something like that. I don't know if Holiday still's in volleyball. I know they're going to reschedule Saturday. I know they might reschedule that Burke and Holiday game if Holiday's still in the volleyball playoffs. So just early matchups. This is the best time of the year. You got basketball kicking off. You got volleyball playoffs. You got football playoffs. It's just a great sports time. Like you always got something to do. Monday through Friday, you got something to do. There's gonna be football, volleyball, and basketball all through the week. You're gonna be some busy parents driving everywhere.
Yeah, I think tomorrow's gonna be a good day, like you said. Talking about it, Memorial girls will play Henrietta girls. Mm-hmm. I think that's right.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, and then
who?
Memorial
plays Henrietta.
The Lady Mavs will play the Lady Cats, which they should be at full strength since they got their volleyball girls out. And then to follow that up, you'll have the Burke Burnett Running Dogs playing Memorial.
Dunkin' Dogs, get it right.
What did you say?
He said running dogs. We got some dunkers this year.
Do we?
We got some
Talk
dunkers
about
this year.
dunkers.
We don't need no rim, Greg.
There's about 5 dudes that can dunk this year. This
got-
Burke
hey,
offensive
I got
Burke.
y'all confused.
Warm-up's about to be hype up in the Burke gym.
UNLV running rebel. My bad.
Hey, warm-up's about to be hype in the gym. Kingston got his first in-game dunk. You didn't want to mention that, Dad?
No, we got you stressing me out already.
Quick.
He ain't Dad. He Lonzo or he
Coach,
LeVar.
I'm LeVar. Start tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm LeVar. So you see the crazy
bullpen.
dad.
You see him bullpen. We own him bullpen.
LeVar still stay off my accounts. Like I will report you.
He said, "I'm about to pause all my accounts."
I
So
locked my
Barstool don't.
Instagram, so don't even try it. Don't even try it.
Hey, somebody put me on something, man. They got O on something. They got J.
Oh, you think it's cool that they
I do.
have
I think it's cool. I think it's like, man, he's cool. He's a cool guy.
I don't like that they be making fun of me like that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Nah, I do appreciate it. I'm like, Jeff, it's fun, something to laugh at, and things like that. But I think the last thing I want to say, I want to say it on this show.
somebody zoom in on him.
It's hard. It's hard. It's very hard. But I have to say it.
Oh, God, here it comes.
The Dallas Cowboys suck, man. We are awful.
We shouldn't have signed Dak.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Saying we shouldn't have did the show with him today. He should have left the building.
You keep it up, he gonna be right home with hubcaps.
Hey, y'all can get on the bandwagon. We'll take y'all for this year.
Listen, here's the deal.
It's gonna
Here's
be
the
okay.
deal with the
Don't
Cowboys.
be sore losers.
Dak said it. Just what you said.
He suck.
And he got caught.
He's the one that's
And
sucking.
Jerry Jones is putting an end to Dak Prescott.
No.
We
stuck.
No, listen,
We're
we
stuck.
suck. We do suck.
We're
All right?
stuck.
We suck. Okay, but here's the deal. You can't say that.
We going to
Dak
the Super Bowl.
Prescott
I
can't
ain't
say
gonna lie to
that.
y'all.
He's gone, bro.
We
Dak
win the rest of the
Prescott's
game,
gone.
we're going to the
You
fall.
think he's got a season-ending injury? No.
Nah, he really did tear his AC.
No,
I
he-
mean,
The bone, didn't
I mean,
he?
the bone.
That's what they say.
Yeah,
If he
he's
didn't tear it,
gone
they
because
beat it out of him.
Jerry Jones didn't like him saying what he said on TV.
Well, it doesn't. It's nothing. Honestly and truthfully, I say that a lot. Honestly and truthfully, I think that's my punchline.
Both of them?
Twofold.
But I think what we need to focus on is, as long as they call his nickname now is JJ, as long as JJ is running the show, I've came to grips. The Cowboys won't reach their full potential
Until we hire a coach.
and a true
ask
GM.
me what I'm doing.
What?
I'm playing the violin. All this.
So
damn
is it-
crying
is it
y'all
bad?
doing over here.
Well, I'm not crying.
Hey,
Nah, you
is it-
cry,
hey,
cry.
hey, I'm asking for a friend. Is it bad
trying
to
to
wish a
get-
stroke on somebody?
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes.
bro,
We're not
yeah,
doing that.
Yeah, don't do that. What's wrong with you, man?
I was asking for a
Let's
friend
just-
because
let's
Coach
just hope
Hiller,
he's
if
the-
you're watching this, pray.
I was
Pray
asking
for
for a
us.
friend.
man.
Asking for a friend
Let's
because
just-
I ain't his
a
friend.
stroke not to kill him. I don't want him to die.
Who
Let's just
need
hope
enemies?
he
Nobody
doesn't
wants him
step
to
down.
die. Just
Just pray that he steps down and gives the job to
incapable
somebody else.
of yeah.
Yeah, and not his son or his daughter. It has to, in order
Be a
for us
new
to grow,
person.
it has to be somebody
It's gotta
that's
be somebody
that's
different.
innovative too. Somebody that these players can believe.
Elon Musk, please buy the Cowboys.
No, he works.
Jerry ain't gonna sell them.
That's his friend.
That's the problem. He won't sell them.
we need like a John Lynch type.
Why can't
person.
y'all just become Eagles fans?
I'm not doing
Because
that.
I am from Texas.
That's okay. I
And
am
I
too.
You
can't
don't like
do
the
that.
Longhorns?
You're damn right. I hate them. And I told y'all they was gonna lose to them Bulldogs, and what happened? They lost.
What did we do
that
in
was so
Florida?
long ago. I don't remember.
Florida sucks.
In Shadur,
so
you trust.
so everybody we beat.
Hey,
Yeah,
this is
Cowboys
it. Hey, this is
Cowboys
our
gotta
motto.
get the Shadur.
Tank for two.
Taking for two.
Tank
Hey,
for
I
two.
said that in a group.
You did. Tank for two.
They taking for two.
Tanking for
Shadur.
number two, Shadur.
Somebody
Tanking
gotta
for
take
two,
that
Sam.
off
We're
my
going to the
hands.
Super Bowl.
Somebody,
Taking
you
for-
can get Dak off your hands easy.
Taking for-
the Browns are about to
But
be
he has a
shopping.
no- but he has a-
Carolina.
Carolina shopping.
Browns are
But
definitely
you have to
taking.
remember, Dak has a no trade clause, so he has to agree to be traded.
At some point, you
He
don't want to
ain't
be there
going
too.
nowhere.
Everybody, the Cowboys are kind of like playing with LeBron. It's
Dak is
always
old,
somebody
too.
else's fault. It's
He's
like
33, 34.
No,
he old.
he ain't. He's
Yeah, he is.
31.
I don't
32.
care how old Dak is. He garbage.
He's gone,
I've
bro.
been saying it.
I've been such a
what
Dak
happened to y'all
supporter.
Zeke got
defense
him
though?
paid
Y'all
early.
defense was all right last
Hey,
year. What
I've been.
happened?
We got a new coach.
No,
that
let me
sucks
not
just as bad as him.
No.
Pay him.
But let me be real. You could pay him however you want to pay him. Like deep, but what's gonna work for the team is he needs. Parsons was at his best when teams couldn't scout for him, meaning he was in the middle.
move him around.
You move
Until
him
the
around.
Eagles disposed him, and
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts with that option.
Don't block
No,
him.
but that was when he was at defensive end still. He's most sufficient. He's the most effective when he's in the middle and can do all the looping around. Yesterday, where did he get the stack fumble? From where at? In the middle. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's when he's moving and not just rushing direct.
And I've said it too.
Moving down
When
the
we've
middle.
been great and we've lost in the playoffs, teams have run right at Micah. You know, and
He ain't gonna tackle a fly.
What I mean, when you got Trent Williams running at him or Penei Sewell running at him,
Too
or
light in the pants.
or Lane Johnson, like that, he's 230, 40 pounds. That's not what he does. He's a linebacker.
He's a speed guy. He wants to use his
Yeah.
speed. But what
He
happens?
wants to tackle when the quarterback's not looking.
But not even that. What speed when you got a guy like Trent Williams that got feet like that? So when he's matched up with a lineman that can move,
Lane Johnson.
you don't see.
But the Eagles just said we're not gonna block you. Like we're gonna
Well,
let
he
you
could
We're
make
just
a
going to
mistake.
read option
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
We ain't
That
gonna-
was the.
And then we
that
didn't
was-
have linebackers back there to help with that. So I think that our safeties.
We ain't spent no money on defense since we signed I was called him Derek Carr. Brandon Carr in 2012. That was the
39.
last time we spent money on him on a free agent.
Free
We
agent.
ain't sent,
And
we
Brandon
spent
Carr
money
was
on
what?
And
him.
we haven't drafted a defense.
We
A
got
key
Diggs.
well, yeah, we got
Diggs, Parsons.
This offseason, what killed y'all not getting
We need somebody in the
Derrick
middle.
Henry though.
Yeah, that was Jerry Jones.
That
Crazy.
not getting Derrick Henry changes everything. That changes. You can just run the ball. That'll help your defense out. That can. That
And
can
it helps
the-
Dak.
Yeah.
Because Dak
Helps
ain't got to
Dak,
throw.
yeah,
He
exactly.
don't got to throw the ball.
Dak.
Dak has been the best when we had a what?
Running game, a strong.
Say it
running game.
again. Look in the camera and tell
I
my
said
friend
it.
Scooter Williams,
I
Scott
said it.
Williams. Tell him,
I said Dak has been his best
Scott Williams.
when we've had a running back.
Okay.
Jerry Jones, you have been your
Hey,
best.
question. How many running
in
backs we got right
96.
now?
You
If you count Zeke,
How many running backs?
Yes.
How many actual, like real running backs that
the
any
one
other
that should
team?
be playing, they don't play is Dalvin Cook.
they just.
The answer is we have no damn running backs.
Name a receiver outside of CeeDee Lamb.
I mean, I can't
mean,
because I'm a Cowboys fan.
But if you weren't a Cowboy
Yeah.
fan, you could name Jalen Tolbert, Jonathan Mingo.
Hey,
What
I got
kind of
like
name?
I got
And
3
then
or
they
4
traded for
signed
Mingo.
rookie cards for.
We had what that hurt too.
Yeah, bro, tell
Brandon,
me
what's her
this.
name? Getting hurt.
Amari
Okay,
Cooks.
I'm watching the trade deadline like a hawk every season because I'm
But what,
waiting
you was
for
watching
that.
because Jerry said what?
He said we're going to be
He
active,
said we're going all out.
and we got Jonathan Mingo.
You had to look him up. You thought he was the pretzel maker.
But now he is going all out. Jerry, I think this one thing I will say, Jerry Jones, I hope you watching this, bro. 'Cause
He
I
ain't.
want you to understand one thing. Y'all get this to Jerry. I got a message for him. You're not a good GM, but you are a great
Salesman, businessman.
yes. You keep us in the meeting.
And so tell me this. We're the most profitable, most worth franchise in all of sports.
ain't won since '90s.
And
I was
how
my
do we
kid's
become
age.
even more profitable? Tell me one head coach out there in the world that is profitable right now. Who? Say it again.
Deion Sanders.
Say it again.
Deion Sanders.
And then if you pair him with what? His son?
And they from the state of Texas.
But they got
How-
a lot of
Not
land.
from-
He doesn't. Jerry Jones does not care. That's why when you said
his kids
tank
is
for
from
2,
Texas.
Jerry Jones does not
Dion's
care about
kids are
winning or
from
losing.
Texas.
He cares about
He
making money.
still got his house and everything.
If the Cowboys go out and get Deion Sanders
Yes,
and
come
Shador
on.
Sanders,
Yes, sir.
they
And Travis.
are
Gotta bring
gonna
Travis
and
too.
you look at all
Travis.
three
Yeah,
of them. He said
Yeah.
trade Dak for the top pick.
Yeah,
Everybody.
do it. I mean, if LeBron could get his son in the NBA, who knows?
I
what
don't
they
think
could do.
do y'all
They're
think
going to be
Shador
the
going in
most
first round?
profitable. They're going to double their worth in 3 to 5
See,
years.
I don't know if I really want that because I'm a Florida State fan, and I need Deion to go to Florida State.
He's not.
I
Deion
think-
said he ain't going to the NFL, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, when you think about it,
Trying to
think about
motivate
this.
men versus
Yeah,
young men. or
whenever
kids.
you're a
Deion ain't the
college
same
athlete,
Deion
you
like
look
he
up
was
to
back
your
in the
head
day.
coach, right?
His hands on you.
When you're a professional athlete, they're gonna be like, "Oh, he's Deion Sanders. He's an old guy.
or I make more money.
I make
than
more
him.
money than him. So, what's the deal?"
Asked if I think Shador is a first round quarterback. I think so, man. Like he has some flaws. He looks for the highlights a little bit too much to get him killed in the NFL. But he's accurate. That's one thing you can't teach accuracy. That man can put the ball in places. And then like we're talking about selling tickets. Like that's a lot of things. Can you put people in the stands? Can you go to I guess Vegas? I know
They'll be 1-15
he's tied to
next year.
Vegas. He's tied to, but they're gonna fill the stands. Like
Yeah.
the people come.
Nah,
to you look
if
at
we
it.
get Shador, we ain't gonna be 1
No,
to 15.
you just look at all the Colorado
He
games.
way better than
all
Dak.
the Colorado, they sell out. They sell out every week. The celebrities at all the games. That's what a lot of those
Yeah,
GMs
we have
do.
Lil
I
Wayne
take my
doing
bet
that.
over Dak right
Deion
now.
is
Hey, we don't
getting
have to
black
be the
folks
Super
in
Bowl.
Colorado.
Hey, we don't have to be the Super Bowl. We have Lil Wayne at the halftime performance.
That's what Jerry Jones is doing, y'all. He don't care about winning the
He
Super
don't
Bowl
give
no
a
more.
damn about us winning.
No,
'Cause
no,
he
that's the
win
same
in
thing.
his pocket.
His pockets and his grandkids.
We're never
kids'
gonna.
pockets.
We'll never. And this
That's
now,
it.
now keep my camera off, man. This is how I feel. Put the camera on me. This is what the Cowboys has resorted
This
me
is what
to.
our season's like.
A blank screen. That's how my face be every Sunday.
This is our hopes this year.
Our group chat be quiet during the Cowboys.
Hey, we ain't
game.
bring that up.
All right, so I didn't
Because he
want
want to talk about the Eagles.
I'm gonna say this on the show so everybody
I may
understands.
be a
Nobody
race,
responds
This
to
is
me.
our hope. This is our
After-
Cowboys' hope right now.
After today, Jay Gould has been dismissed from on the sideline from
All right,
disrespecting.
hey, listen. I know we could
Service
go for
announcement.
days and days and hours, but look,
sir.
we've been out for 3 or 4 weeks. It's been good to be back, but we got to put an end to this.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
this is probably our longest episode on record. But we did have a lot to say. We had a lot to catch up on. All right, look. So, hey, we had a lot of technical difficulties today.
It's been a good show, though.
Yes, I appreciate you guys.
Good luck
And,
to everybody
hey,
in the playoffs.
Yes, good luck to all the boys in football playoffs, the girls still in volleyball playoffs, the boys and girls starting their basketball seasons. And thanks to everybody who's been here supporting us, and thanks to you guys for real being here. We're moving into basketball season. That marks our 1 year.
Jeff, don't let me forget. He almost let me forget you guys. To the offensive linemen, defensive line guys, we're gonna do something. We want to do something special for you guys. We haven't decided what we're gonna do, but it's gonna be tied into the
Big old special.
You better not. To the big old special. And we're going to invite Jeff there, and we're going to use him as target practice to tackle.
I'm coming because I like to eat.
He's going to be target practice to tackle. That's what we're going to be doing for it. But
run blocking.
But we'll be figuring out something, so stay tuned. We'll figure that out as the season closes out.
And not only that, offensive, defensive lineman, that's kind of a big old special type deal. But we also have some things planned for some other, the other guys too. So stay tuned for that. We also have basketball and volleyball all-star game coming.
Bigger and better, baby.
Yeah, bigger and better than last year. Hopefully, combined effort. Hopefully is what we're going for. Stay tuned for that. Announcements coming. And again, we appreciate our sponsors. We appreciate everybody who stuck with us or been a part of us or watched us or even supported us in any way. We appreciate you guys
near
so much.
and far.
And like I said, for real, guys, I appreciate y'all.
We love you too, Jeff.
He really want me to. You want some sugar?
Yeah, you do.
He want me to give him some sugar.
Go on and give him some. I just looked at Twitter and I hate it. I mean, I didn't watch much of the game because I was working on Sunday, but the first thing that popped up, your phone hears you. First thing that popped up was Saquon Barkley getting a swing from Jalen Hurts, and the Cowboys players hit each other. Like, that's what I had to just resort myself
been
to.
Doing that. Thank you, Giants. I love y'all. Thank y'all. Without y'all, it wouldn't be no
y'all
us
know
this
we the
year.
worst team in our division.
Man, oh my, that is lovely.
We are down below with the Giants.
Oh, yeah,
they won 2 games. We won 3.
Let's stop talking about it, man. Yo.
Fly, Eagles. Fly.
The Redskins are ahead of us. Like,
no, but
they got some like.
It's not the Redskins, bro.
The Commanders. Well, I grew up as the Redskins. They the Redskins. Like,
yeah, me too.
And they on a rookie contract. They just traded from Marshawn Lattimore. Like, we gonna stay third.
And you know who else they're gonna get eventually?
Who, Parsons?
Dan Quinn. They gonna have money. They gonna go all in.
No, they ain't getting Parsons.
When Jerry said all in, he meant for everybody.
Parsons low key. He's from the Philly area.
Exactly.
He's from
Dan.
He definitely ain't going to Philadelphia. If anywhere, he's gonna go to.
Oh, bro, I'm talking to Dan Quinn right now.
He's gonna go to Philly. You see how he be talking about the Philly team?
Okay. He said he'll be back with the Cowboys next year. He's getting my
Quinn?
Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, he's gonna leave the better. He's gonna leave the better Washington Redskins and come play for the.
Well, he left the better Cowboys and went to the Washington.
Jerry,
nobody want to deal with Jerry.
I ain't here for that, Jerry.
Yeah, Dan just called me. He said he'll think about coming back.
All right, guys.
Peace. Oh, it's hot.
I appreciate you guys listening. Thank you guys for everything. We'll be back. Episode 23 is out.
Jeff done missed him